Hey there. I thought I'd just sit down and do a little transmitting, a little conversation with myself.
Me again.
It's habit, you know. I
Sure
ordered up a little
is.
rain a little while ago, and it's done.
Well, rain, go
and
away.
so I've been doing this, for 1,000 years, 1,000 years, haven't I?
Tens of thousands.
Yes,
of
I
years.
have.
Yes.
So,
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind?
What's on
well,
your
I
mind?
I was just looking back
Yes.
at the early presidents.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I was.
Here we go again.
And that's why I'm transmitting in their language right now. I thought that was just
better.
that'd be appropriate and kind of give it a little bit of, flavor.
Yeah, too much flavor.
But you
So
got to ask yourself,
what president are we on right now?
First of all, which president are we on
Yeah,
right now?
exactly.
We're on.
What are we on right now? Give it a little perspective.
Well, of course, it's 166,000.
166,685.
You just it's not a number that sticks with you. You got maybe another dozen or so to go in the middle 666s.
Yeah, exactly.
But getting back to what you were talking about.
Phil,
I was looking back, and I thought to myself, let's ask yourself, when was the first black president? I mean, when was the first black president?
Yeah, when was the first black president? That must have been a big deal.
It was, and so I looked up his name.
Yes.
And his name here, let's see if I've got it right. It's Barack Obama.
Obama.
Yeah, so strange name, but
I do recall
back then.
that.
The president before was he was Joe Reg Bushi.
I see.
So they had strange names, but
They
he
did have
was
strange names back
and which
then. They
president
really
was
did.
he? He was the fourth president, I believe.
He was the fourth
He
president.
was the fourth president.
Right. So then Obama would be the fifth.
Yeah, of course he had something to say about it.
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
It went down. It's in history. I remember it now. I was going back hundreds of thousands of years, but it was. He said, "Small step for man, giant leap for mankind."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And he also
he went to the moon too.
He also went to the moon.
Yeah, he went to the moon.
he went to the moon. He was actually, in fact, he was the first one on the moon.
Is that right?
But this is all beside the point. But what I was going to bring up was, as I'm looking through the history, when he became president, while he was president, he took up a game, and it was a game, disgusting game, primitive. Is
that right?
Primitive.
Oh no! Here we go.
Called Golfi.
Golfi. Oh,
Yeah.
What it's going to be?
And he and he became very good at it. As a matter of fact, he became one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
But this game, they actually drilled a hole in the ground.
Oh no!
The size of your fist.
Oh no!
Get this. You'd hit a ball through the air.
Yeah.
And then brush it along the ground, sweep it along the ground into the hole. And then...
Oh, no. Here we go.
I'm not joking about this. Then they'd actually reach in and grab the ball.
Oh,
I mean,
my
can you imagine?
God.
I mean, what you think, what are they thinking? I mean, what's on that?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it boggles the mind.
It does.
Where that
what was
ball is
going through their mind when they dreamed this up?
The other thing, but you have to think.
Yeah.
This is back in the day when there was blood. Blood was the thing that, and there was a hirti that pumped it all around.
Yeah, it was a strange color,
too. So you got to know that there's blood down there in that. There had to be blood.
Yeah.
Type. It's just, they even called it a cup. They didn't call it a hole. Called it a cup because,
they
of course,
even kind of had some idea.
What stuff, just disgusting.
Did they care for themselves?
You got to put it in perspective a little bit. I mean, this is a time where everybody died. Everybody died. There was not a single person that lived forever. Not a single one. They all died. And if you actually you go back
really.
and you look at some of the 2D images that we have of these people here, then it all kind of makes a little bit of sense. You figure,
is that right?
Maybe it wasn't such a bad thing. I mean, talk about
ugly.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Imperfections?
Well, no
Are
wonder
you kidding?
we don't pay much
I mean,
attention
to a
to them.
person,
Yeah.
you kind of want. And yeah, for sure, it's why we don't, we're not
just
particularly wild about going back and
particularly
looking
wild.
at.
Are you kidding? I got
But
better things
they
spend my time
they
doing.
they even, just to give you a little perspective, they had doctors that back then that just worked on your teeth. That was it, your teeth.
No.
And then doctors that worked on your feet. Your hand. I mean, it was a mess. It was really just a mess.
The design back then was,
other strange thing is that they had receptors all over their bodies. Receptors that would tell them, either make them send a message of uncomfortable or comfortable.
Yeah, was it?
Unreliable. I mean, these receptors, comfortable or uncomfortable.
I know what you're saying.
Just
at the mercy of
putting yourself through that. And of course, the worst was, they said, was when a limb would get hacked off, which I'm sure happened all the time.
Yeah, sure.
They said that was particularly the most uncomfortable.
Is that right?
So it was really
the predicament,
strange, primitive time.
Right.
But and also the other thing that is, because they all died. If you think about this, they had to be involved in this ridiculous activity of producing new ones. I mean,
I
mean, they just had to.
Of course, yeah.
And there were, they weren't. These weren't just duplicates.
You don't think about
these were. Just random, and there were two types.
Exactly.
Believe it or not, two types. Why two types?
Yeah,
I mean, that's probably maybe the most mind-boggling of all. I mean, of course,
it's strange.
Two is not the simplest form.
Why two?
So, and what they did is they actually grew them in their stomachs. In their stomachs, and it took
alongside food
quite a while.
Else,
a year. Took them, they grow from a year. Well, okay,
it wasn't a year.
A year. It was months or minutes. 9 minutes. 9 minutes.
Yeah.
It took 9 minutes.
A long 9 minutes. Yeah.
And then one of these two things, it would, and I say it, but they wouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Because
things.
It came out from between the legs, and of course, where else is gonna come out, I suppose.
Between the legs.
But stupid, my God! I mean, duh. Talk about
stupid is, stupid does.
Dumb. I mean, these things, pathetic.
Yeah.
And they just, I mean, it was as if these things, all they knew is if it's dark, sleep, and if it's light, make a lot of noise. Obnoxious, indeed. Yeah. And this went on and on and on for 10 years, 20 years.
You got to ask yourself.
Things I read said, the worst time was right around 15 years. 15 years.
Is that right?
16, they let them go out in these things that...
That's a peculiar number. 15.
Carried them around. They let them use them.
16 is maybe more favorable.
But not at 15.
Yeah, no.
And,
not at 15.
It was funny. It's funny.
Well, I don't know.
Funny.
You think that's funny?
It could be,
me.
But actually, I don't know why I'm even saying that, because...
Well, you do know why you say that.
I don't believe in it.
No,
I really don't believe in it.
I don't
funny.
know about that.
I really don't.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, right?
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so that's
look,
funny.
I have a memory now, and this is going back maybe hundreds of thousands of years ago, but I did have a laugh.
Well, that was back when you had a mouth. Yeah, and you're probably choking on.
Yeah, well, that's a nice thought.
It's a nice thought. Yeah, a laugh.
Yeah. Well, you bring it up.
Yeah, well, you bring that up, every decade or so,
Maybe I do.
It's like you like to complain.
I like to complain.
Complain,
maybe I think you like to complain.
Argue.
Accuse.
Really more like confuse.
Accuse.
It's
there
funny.
You go. That's funny. That's funny.
Wait. Hold on just a second.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
Yeah.
There you go. Wait. I think I...
What?
It's... No. I thought I had it. I thought it was chuckle break.
Yeah,
it was,
it could have
maybe,
been.
You get a sense of that, but no.
I think you get a sense of it, but you really don't.
I think it's just one of those. It's the triple three curse. It's just
what
give it time.
Came to my mind.
That's funny.
Yeah.